Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Troy Curtis coming at you with another video, guys. For you guys today. Lately I just been posting race reactions, but I will have a review that will come out tomorrow, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But today we are reacting to the 2019 All-Star Race for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. So first off, a summary of the race. There was 4 stages because it is a special race. It does not count for playoff points, but there's definitely a lot to talk about with this one. So stage 1 was won by Kyle Busch. Harvick won stage 2. Logano, I believe, won stage 3, and then Kyle Larson surprised everyone and won the All-Star race. He won the $1 million. So we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So there was some really good racing for this year's All-Star race. The Aero package definitely, once again, came through. And actually, the last few weeks, from Talladega, Bristol, Kansas, and yeah, like the races have been really good lately. The Aero package has definitely helped the racing at intermediate tracks, and man, the races has just been really good lately at the intermediate tracks. And I do agree with what Eric Estep said, that it should not be applied to tracks like Dover or Richmond or New Hampshire or Auto Club, because it just didn't really help the racing at those tracks. So I agree with what he said, because Kyle Busch actually kind of made some controversial comments about the Aero package, following up with the Dover race, and yeah, he took it too far. So yeah, I do agree that it should really be applied to the intermediate tracks, because that's where it seems to be doing its best. So, well, yeah, so the All-Star race is, as always, at Charlotte, although I heard a rumor that Eric Estep said it could be moved, but not anytime soon, obviously. So yeah, it'll remain at Charlotte for a while, at least. So yeah, there was just some really good racing, a lot of good passing, and some bump drafting, and a lot of contact made, and it actually caused Hamlin, Kurt Busch, and Eric Jones to be, well, actually, hang on. Yeah, Hamlin and Eric Jones got ejected from the race based off damage to their car, and Kurt Busch ended up going 3 laps down in the race, but Kurt Busch lugged it out. So yeah, if it wasn't for Larson, Chip Ganassi would have ended up having a rough night. I think the team that probably had the best night, which was really none of them, everybody really had a chance to run up front, or running towards the back, but I would say Hendrick definitely had the strongest night. We saw more of Hendrick cars up towards the front, and Chase Elliott, he could have won the race, but he faded back on the last restart, and that was it. On one of the restarts, and that was it. Really unfortunate. I thought Elliott could have pulled this one off. Didn't look like Bowman was gonna do it, but I was really pulling for Chase Elliott to win. But I'm glad Kyle Larson won. That was good. That was a very good thing. But the strong drivers tonight were definitely Logano, Harvick, and Kyle Busch, which were the heavyweights going into this. Truex didn't really do well at all. Yeah, Joe Gibbs had a rough night. Kyle Busch kind of raised their spirits for sure, but Hendrick didn't really have much trouble at all. So I'd say Hendrick had the best night. I'm not going to talk about Stewart Haas, because obviously not all their cars were in there. It was only Almirola and Harvick, and Bowyer. Actually, Clint Bowyer had a pretty good night. Well, he had kind of a run night, but he didn't do too bad. So I'd say Stewart Haas didn't have too bad of a night. Harvick and Bowyer were running towards the front at times. Not Almirola. unfortunately. Yeah, it was a really good race. There was a lot of good passing, for sure. And Bubba Wallace, he finished in the top 5, and he won his way into through the Monster Energy Open. I will not talk about that because that's not what this video is for. It's all about the All-Star race. But I will. I will say that the All-Star race started out with 15 drivers, and through the Monster Energy Open, that's how they got 4 more drivers, and drivers that won stages, and then one driver would get the fan vote, and the drivers that advanced out of the Monster Energy Open into the All-Star race was William Byron, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and Bubba Wallace. And Bubba Wallace, William Byron, and Kyle Larson won stages, and Bowman got the fan votes because the Monster Energy Open is 3 stages, not 4. So that's how they got. That's kind of like the format for getting extra drivers into the All-Star race. So that's basically how that works. Oh yeah, so something happened after the race, and this still has to do with the race, by the way. Ryan Newman, Clint Bowyer, ran towards Ryan Newman's car and started throwing punches at him, and Ryan Newman couldn't really do anything about it. Not cool of Clint Bowyer to do that, especially when Ryan Newman can't even defend himself, and I'm surprised Ryan Newman didn't, let him have it. Yeah, I was very surprised that did not happen. Obviously they had their share of words afterwards, but yeah, that was not cool of what Clint Bowyer did. Yeah, something happened between the two. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of really good racing for sure. And now to rate this race, I'm gonna have to give this race a 90, 97 out of 100. It was really outstanding. The aero package clearly worked for Charlotte's, and we could see very similar racing like this for the Coca-Cola 600 next weekend. Yeah, they're right back at Charlotte, so they're not going anywhere. And that's because Charlotte's, in case you didn't know, is kind of like the home track for NASCAR, because the NASCAR headquarters happens to be, the NASCAR home base happens to be in North Carolina, so if you guys didn't know that, well, now you know. Well, that's going to wrap up this video today. A lot of good racing from the All-Star race this year. I didn't get to watch it. I had to watch theirs, which I'll have to do the same for the Coca-Cola 600 because it is another night race. Yeah, night races I can't really watch because obviously I can't really stay up for the whole thing, so. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this video for today. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace out, and have a good rest of your day, everybody.